Yes. Pointed up. This is the first time I think we've ever recorded that I'm not wearing a hat. All right.
Joey, how about Shane being back on?
So good.
So good.
What is?
You wouldn't get it, dude.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
Never understand.
You're not a power god.
My bad, guys.
Shane Gillis's podcast.
Oh, I see.
He
MSSP.
was out for a while. Adam reminds me of Matt.
That's so funny.
In a good way.
Because of his Philly
He's the
ties?
handsome one.
Yeah.
I say, because I'm a good-looking dude, or
I'm Lemaire.
Kennedy. Someone's in our driveway. 1 second.
All right,
Um,
just shooting the link out.
yeah, I guess I can send it
1
out.
second.
Let's get some fellas in here. Let me get the link. Let me get the link sent around, if you will. And then we'll hop into it. Should probably put it up on Insta as well. It's funny because people are gonna play this back, and it's like this whole part is on there.
Yeah.
This is?
What are we doing out there?
Yeah, we're live.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, we is live. Can I throw a link in here?
Stark, is that a little takeout? What'd you get there?
It's a weird delivery card.
That's what it was. It was delivery.
Hold on, we're live, Kennedy. What the fuck?
I gotta get the chat pulled up here.
That was weird. I'm sorry, I did not leave delivery.
How do I change my name on here?
I think you gotta do that before we start.
Mora just
but-
messaged me, said change your name to BB Jet.
All right, hey, if you're in the live, let us know. I want to know who's in here.
We got one audience member. It's Mora.
Let's go. What up?
Sorry, I can't do Jacob. What are you making that face for?
There we go. I was trying to figure out how in the hell to put a link on the on our Instagram.
Dude, it's hard to link stuff to Instagram.
All right, TY's in the chat.
Rab?
Rag. We got Rag in the chat. Jet, show us the hat real quick. Money, Z. What's it mean?
Got it at a golf outing.
Nice.
It was in the, you get those little goodie bags.
Yeah.
It's the Tammy Z golf outing for breast cancer, or for maybe just all cancer, I think. And then this was like the first year that app Rocket Money came out and they sponsored. So it says money on the side.
Do you use Rocket Money?
I have it. I do not utilize it properly. I pay for like the premium subscription, and I thought it was like a genius idea because there's nobody on planet Earth that has more subscriptions than me. I know for a fact right now I'm paying for 2 Hulu accounts and 2 Netflix accounts, and I forgot the passwords to them, so I just haven't canceled. And I'm like, perfect. I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna cancel all this shit. And and like I have probably 30 plus subscriptions, and when Rocket Money goes through and it tells you how many you have, it then tells you have to put in your email address and password and they'll cancel it for you. I'm like, I don't know that. That's why I got it. So now I have a subscription to Rocket Money because you got to pay yearly for that too.
So now you got 31 subscriptions.
Yes.
That's brutal.
I do have a question for you. Didn't you say your national champion was going to be Ohio State for college
No.
football? You said Oregon?
I said Oregon.
Who did I say?
Dude, you said Ole Miss. They didn't even make it to the dance, buddy.
No, me?
Who did I say?
Yeah.
I wasn't shitting on you. I thought you actually picked Ohio State.
Oh, Stark picked Ohio State. If we're talking preseason.
Dude,
Yeah.
I was on.
Stark picked Ohio State preseason. I picked Oregon preseason, and then to be fair, you know what? We repicked before the playoffs started, and I couldn't. I had to stick with my preseason pick of Oregon. You both took OSU though.
Well, who took
So
a preseason?
You took them preseason. So.
Okay.
And this is a good place to start, but I just how sad is college football nowadays that Ohio State's going to win the national championship in a year that they lost to the worst Michigan team since Brady Hoke?
It's hard to beat your rivals.
How far has this sport fallen?
The sport sucks. It truly has.
The new playoffs sucked.
I mean, I do think Ohio State probably is the best team in the country, right? But they did lose. I mean, you look at Notre Dame, dude. They lost to NIU.
Yeah.
That's a worse loss than Michigan.
It's true. And they did at home,
They
too. But
wouldn't be
beginning of the season.
Like, don't you think that if it was a 4-team and they picked 4 teams, don't you think that NIU loss keeps Notre Dame out with their strength of schedule?
Oh,
yeah,
for
I was
sure.
going to say
Yeah,
that.
that's
Like,
what I'm saying. So, like,
But Ohio State wouldn't have been in it either.
no.
right.
So, which system was more flawed?
The previous one. I think we got the best national champ.
That's true. That's what I'm thinking too. But I think
Because
that
Florida State and
figure out how
Georgia
the
would have
12
beat
teams get
Michigan
decided.
last year.
That is, you dying on this hill is so funny to
What
me.
did
That
Joey
is just
say?
like a terrible take. That Florida State or Georgia would have beat Michigan last year. It's just not true.
Joey, shut the fuck up.
I mean, I'm going off of facts and
That's
logic.
green brain.
All right.
I'm holding the mic.
I do have a little segment for us as well.
All right, let's start off with Jet Seg.
Yeah.
The Jet Seg.
I tried to help you out here, Adam, but I don't think you had any good takes this year.
Who?
I said Adam.
Okay.
Take of
takes on the
2024.
pod.
Take of 2024.
Oh, I love this. Some end of year awards.
Yeah. OSU national champ, Stark. What a great call.
It's a good take.
It's
It
not
hasn't
done
happened yet.
Just wait.
It hasn't
Just
happened
wait.
yet.
But
It's
I
not
mean,
done
they're-
yet,
they're
but it
here.
looks really good. And another one, Travis Hunter Heisman. Spencer Stark. Again, imagine if you parlayed those.
I know. I was
preseason.
thinking about that.
And then the third nominee for Take of the Year, Carson Beck going out at halftime and Gunner coming in the game to beat Texas for
That's
Georgia.
it.
That was me.
Are we voting for it here or are we getting it in the chat? Hey, chat, can we get voting?
Yeah, we might. We'll give him the whole episode. And Adam, if you want to propose one of the takes that you had that was maybe hot enough to be in this echelon of
Parlays
takes.
are nice. I mean,
Yeah, but he doesn't post them on BBL. If it gets posted on BBL, it's a loss.
No, exactly.
hurts.
If
Posting-
BBL touches it, it's dead.
It pisses me off so much, and I just want to send a message out quickly to the listeners. We'll all three pull up our stats from this season. We have, all three of us had
Not me.
great. Oh,
Don't
okay,
include
maybe
me in
not yet.
that.
I have had the greatest run of sports betting in my life this football season. My record is impeccable. And anytime we post a play,
It loses.
to BBL and share a play with our followers, it is cursed. And like we posted a 3-legger. The thing went 0 for 3. We each picked a leg, and the thing went 0 for 3.
Like the way that Denver game started, that had to be a BBL curse.
Yeah, Bo Nix threw that bomb, and I was like,
I
yeah,
was
this is a
so
total
confident.
over.
Like lock it
By the
in.
way, just throwing this out there, no one in their right mind would have done it. But if you parlayed Troy Franklin, Jahan Dotson, and Diaby Brown as the first touchdown scorers, $10 would have won you $500,000.
Wow.
Man, I hate that shit. That's the kind of shit I don't need to know.
That's the kind of shit I bet too.
That's
the kind of stuff that I bet.
Okay.
Which
I
pisses
will
me
say,
off.
I've had a success. It was definitely my most successful football season ever, but I had to watch Adam's fucking parlays roll in every week and be like, wow, god damn. But it was pretty successful, but everything we touched on BBL was
Dead.
shit. I mean, the amount tight end day was nasty. We had some great weeks, but we didn't like post any of those. And I think that's why they win. And I think I'm sorry to the wait, we can't be saying this. I will post them. I'll post everything if the people want them, but
I think people want them. I had a lot of people requesting to fade them
So they
towards
can
the middle
fade.
of the
Yeah,
season.
I was gonna
And
say.
I can't do that.
We stopped posting for that reason,
Yeah.
and we just got to lean into it because at that point we're just not doing our job.
True. All right, we'll start posting plays.
We really need to look in the mirror and ask ourselves, what's our job here? What's our role? We got.
And I don't think you're ever going to get 3 people to agree on one bet either. So we might have to have
That's the
just
problem.
individual locks. You might have to bring one lock each week.
And then we keep our own records. Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
Put some little.
This is how we're gonna do it.
Faces of ourselves with some records under them, dude. That gets clicks.
Yep.
Yeah, this is how we're gonna do it. And I kind of throughout the college football playoff, if you guys followed us on Instagram, I was posting it. I'd post the line of the game, and then I would post what side each of us were on. And there wasn't a single game that all 3 of us was on the same side. And then people can decide who they want to back.
First round, I did go perfect.
You did, because you went favorites all the way. I picked 2 dogs, dude.
Yeah.
I picked 2 dogs. Stupid me. All right. Let's get into, it's divisional weekend coming up. And just so everybody knows, the 7 of you that are in right now.
7?
Yeah, we got 7 in the chat right now. We are we're doing this live stream. Please chat it up. Ask us questions and stuff like that. We want this to be interactive and have a good time on the live stream. And then as soon as we get off this live stream, we're going to record episode 22. This is not going to be any Lions talk, but episode 22 is going to be essentially all Lions talk, previewing the game this weekend. So, real quick, we got Zach saying everybody can agree on a Waymo over 50.5 and a touchdown parlayed with the Lions money line. Love that play. Except, I'm just going to throw this out really quick. FanDuel changed it, thank the Lord. I don't know if you guys saw odds. I had to screenshot it. 2 days ago, I had to screenshot it. The anytime touchdown legs for the Lions game.
So bad.
Jahmyr Gibbs minus 420. David Montgomery minus 370. Dude, JMO was minus 105 for an anytime touchdown. And then they clearly knew they messed up and they changed it. I think Gibbs is up to like minus 250 now, and it's better. But there was no value in anytime touchdown bets for the Lions earlier this week. But the lines have come up a little bit. But all right, let's preview divisional weekend a little bit. I want to get your guys' take. Let's start. There's really not a whole lot to talk about in the first game. And shout out to the Texans. They get the 3:30 Saturday game every single time they're in the playoffs. They got to go to Arrowhead. I just want to know, give me a percentage. What percent do you give the Houston Texans to win this game, Jet?
Good question. I would say a 35% chance.
Stark.
Something about I'm gonna give them I'm gonna go a little higher. I'll go like 40% chance. I think the Texans are your surprise team in this playoffs this year. So I don't know. I'd say 40%. I think it's much closer than people think.
All right.
You know that
All right. I kind of like this because we're on opposite ends. I give them less than a 10% chance to win this game. I think they're the worst team left in the playoffs. The Texans are, and you got to go into Arrowhead and play Andy Reid off a bye. I don't give them much of a chance at all. I would love it. I think it would be awesome if we got a good game. If the Texans somehow upset them. I mean, the game of the weekend is the night game, Sunday, the other AFC game. But I feel like, I don't know, this just has like a 17-3 Chiefs win written all over it, and I'm not excited. I'm really not excited to watch this game.
Dude, the Chiefs have been in close games all year. I just think that, granted, Andy Reid off a bye is like God tier, because they had a bye last week. But I don't know. I just feel like the Texans, they were a good team all season, and then they faced the Lions, and then kind of fell off after that.
That's true. I think here's my worry, and I hope I'm wrong here, but even going back to last season, Chiefs don't look that great in the regular season. They didn't get the bye last year. They actually had to go on the road. They were the 2 seed or 3 seed. Ended up having to go on the road for the divisional and the NFC Championship. And it was just like they flipped the switch. The moment the playoffs come around, they flipped the switch. Like Travis Kelce hasn't done shit all year. Watch him go for 102 touchdowns on Saturday. It's just like it pisses me off. I hate it so much. But I don't know. I just feel like you're getting playoff Mahomes. Travis Kelce probably has a big game, and they just look like a completely different team than we've seen throughout the regular season.
Ty said the Texans only beat one team over 500. Was that the Chargers? Because they beat the Chargers pretty handedly. They were over 500.
I just think Texans are.
What up, Sager? We got Sager in the chat, by the way.
Sager balls. What up?
Sager balls. Down in Florida. Sager, I just got to make sure you're a Lions fan. You're not a Jags fan, right? I feel terrible for you.
He's a Lions fan. He's
a
Lions fan.
But Ty, great point, and exactly, the Texans they're trash. The team they beat over 500 had to be the Chargers. No, I don't know.
Well, their division sucks. I don't even know if anyone in their division was over 500. Oh, the Colts.
They weren't.
Did the Colts finish over 500 or no?
No. They were 8-9. Ty, drop that team. Who they beat that was over 500? I know you're grinding research right now on your phone. But no, I think the Texans could have been a really good team. They have the defense to be a really good team, but their offensive line sucks. And then when CJ Stroud only has Nico Collins to throw the ball to, it just makes it impossible. If you had Diggs and Tank Dell still on the team, I feel a little bit better. All right, Sager's not a Jags fan. Thank the Lord. I was gonna apologize if that was the case.
I mean, yeah, that would be the worst switch up in the history of life. You go from just struggling, and then you switch franchises and you go to more struggling. That would be.
Oh, the Vikings. No, dude, the Texans didn't beat the Vikings. The Vikings went. They only lost to the Lions and the Rams.
Yeah, come on, Ty.
He said, "LOL, no wait."
Bills.
So, but okay, did they beat the Bills?
Yeah, remember it was that we thought it was going to be the electric game. I think it was our over. I think that was a BBL lock of the week, the over, and it missed.
Diggs, yeah. Diggs got his revenge. Okay, I remember that. That was very early in the season too. That was a different Houston team. That was a Houston team that I expected to compete.
Were they wearing the sick jerseys that game?
I think they were wearing the battle red. No, they were wearing the H.
No,
the powders.
The what?
The H-Town specials.
The black ones, right? With the
with the powder blue logo.
Yeah, but metallic.
Yeah. The battle reds is what they wore those against the Lions.
Oh, yeah. No, I actually like their other ones. The what'd you call those?
The battle reds. That's the name of them.
No. The black.
Oh, the H-Town. They're called the H-Town alternates or something. But So yeah, okay. Well, I am shocked that you guys give Houston such a chance. I hope you're right. I hope we get a good game. I just have this bad feeling that it's going to be the Chiefs are going to roll onto the AFC Championship game yet again. Let's talk the other game in the AFC divisional round because that is like I think we can all agree this is game of the weekend. The Ravens go to Buffalo. Ravens laying 1.5. So Bills are home dogs. Here's how we're going to open up the conversation on this game, though. Who's got your vote for MVP? Who's the MVP of the league?
Jared Goff.
Okay. There's an argument, and we can get into that later. But it's a two-man race. It's Lamar and it's Josh.
Joe Burrow.
Joe Burr, if he
I
had
would
it.
take.
I honestly don't. I don't think it's close.
You don't think it's close?
No, I think Lamar. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's Lamar. I think he's had a freak show year because their stats are very similar, right? Like aren't they pretty accurate? Lamar has obviously more rushing yards.
I think Lamar has more passing too.
Lamar has more everything.
Yeah.
Lamar legit has more everything.
Yeah, it's Lamar.
But
Lamar's
he has a worse
got the
record,
stats.
which is what's against him.
It's not though. Their defense is really bad.
Beans with Colin go both co-MVPs.
Yeah,
Co-MVP, the first ever, man.
No, there was another one.
Equality.
The DEI MVP award. So I agree with you guys. I mean, I think it's really tough to overlook Lamar. I think if Lamar doesn't win it, it's because of fatigue. He won it last year. And it would be his third. Josh Allen is going for his first. The only argument Josh has is the fact that nobody expected the Bills to do much this year. Nobody expected them to win the division. I think a lot of people were picking the Dolphins and the Jets in that division. And they end up with the 2 seed. They beat the Lions. They beat the Chiefs. He's had an amazing year. And he's got no weapons. Like, look at the weapons Lamar has and compare that to what... Like, Josh Allen is throwing touchdown passes to Ty Johnson in the wild card round. It's just... so I think that's the argument for Josh. But, okay, let's get to the game.
I got a crazy stat for you. I got crazy, not stat, but I have a crazy fact. If you ever need to stump a friend on some football facts.
I need to all the time.
Ready?
Yep.
Say, you just said there's been 2 shared MVPs all time. One of them was 1997, year I was born. Barry Sanders shared the MVP with, anyone know?
In 97?
Yep.
No, I don't know.
Brett Favre.
I'm not
And
kidding.
they both had the exact. And this is what?
I was gonna throw that name out as a joke. It was good.
It was
like
Brett
a total
Favre.
shot in the dark.
And then again in 2003, there was a tie.
It was, let me guess.
Peyton Manning and
Steve McNair.
yes.
Yeah.
How do you know that?
Beans posted in the chat.
Damn, I was. Fuck you.
By the way, so that's the true equality. That's the DEI MVP. There was Manning McNair.
Yeah, there's
both were.
Brett Favre.
We need to get a post.
We might get a duel
after this.
Where can you bet on the tie?
You see that Ravens thing? That's it's like, every 7 years the Ravens win the Super Bowl, and it's with 28-year-old quarterback, and I forget what else the other stat is. It's something stupid. But we need to be like every 10 years there's a co-MVP, one's white, one's black.
Yeah, wait, we got to do the math on this because those were 6 years apart.
We might need to make this
This one will be 12 years apart. So 6, 12, and then the next one will be 24. We'll have
math you doing? The last one was 03.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
22.
I thought it was 2015. I
so
forgot.
6 to 22. Yeah.
10 years behind, brother.
It's all good. I forget it's 2025. It feels like it's 2015.
You need to make a video though where it's like find the pattern. The last two shared MVPs.
No, it would be good clickbait if we put 6-12.
You gotta make up a stat. You like
Just completely wrong.
they both wear number 8, and then just Photoshop an 8 on Brett Favre's jersey and see how many people believe it.
Yeah. I think we lead the charge here and we start the dialogue for a co-MVP. And shout out to Zach for bringing that up. But we are starting the dialogue for a co-MVP, the vanilla chocolate MVP, co-MVP.
Twisted cone.
Now I'm gonna say as well, what is Monday?
Oh,
Monday is, thank you, Jet, Martin Luther King Day.
MLK Day.
Yes. And this might be what he envisioned when he gave that speech in D.C.
Now, the more we talk about this, the more they're sharing this motherfucker.
Co?
I got to get odds on that.
Oh.
Somebody drop it. Somebody look in the chat. Tell us what the odds are.
MVP. I feel so confident after looking at those faces. I see Brett Favre, Barry Sanders, Peyton Manning, Steve McNair, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. It fits the pattern. Everything happens in what do you call it?
History is poetry.
History is poetry, and it's history repeats itself. That's what I was gonna say.
Exactly. All right. We got to get into some of these games, the carousel stuff we're gonna do. So before, we'll pick against the spread later and whatever. We're gonna ruin it a little bit right now. But I just want to know, quick, off the top of your head, who do you think wins?
I mean, who?
Bills or Ravens?
Who they play?
Who they play? In chat, I want to know, everybody in the chat, who are we riding with this weekend? Is it the
Ravens.
home dog and the Bills, or are we taking Ravens? Is Lamar getting over the hump?
It's gonna be
It's Ravens.
Over.
I'm going Bills. So you guys are on Ravens. I'm going Bills, and I'm
from the streets, man.
I can't trust Lamar in a massive playoff game.
Oh,
What makes you trust Josh Allen? Because he's white? Adam.
wow.
Adam.
Stark.
Because he
What
has
has he
a
done?
history.
Stark, with takes like that, you're going to be Joy Taylor in no time.
Yo, I'm a Jason Whitlock type.
Ty brings up a really good point. Was MLK's dream caused by taking melatonin? I have odd dreams if I take too much melatonin.
I've never taken melatonin.
Now
I have to
that's
see.
SEC Southern boy take if I've ever seen it.
Did that get removed from the chat? I don't see that take in here.
No, I'll put it up. It's on the screen right now.
Oh.
All right, we're gonna play a little game. We're gonna play a little game here with the chat. We want you guys involved here as well. And we're gonna start with the coaching carousel. I'm gonna name a team that has a coach, an opening for head coach, and I want to know who you guys think they hire. Now, this does not mean this is who you think they should hire or who the best fit is. We know how some of these teams are operated and ran, and they don't always hire the best people. Who do you think these teams are going to hire as their head coach?
Call me asparagus.
All right, here's where we're starting. Bears. The Bears. Jet, I want to go to you first. Who do you think they hire as head coach?
Mike McCarthy.
Me as well. Stark. I'm taking notes of these, by the way. We're gonna revisit this.
That's so bad. I don't keep up with this shit at all. Mike Ditka.
Comes back.
Mike Ditka.
Rest in peace.
I heard he's gonna come back. Is he dead?
No.
Chat, drop yours in. Who's gonna get hired as the Bears head coach? Chat.
Mike.
Chat is Mike Ditka dead.
Yeah, please tell us, is he even alive?
He's alive.
Nah,
Yeah,
I think
no,
he's
he's alive.
He's
I think it's McCarthy.
Movie Kicking and Screaming, and he's.
I was just about to bring that up. I gotta watch that soon. Great movie.
That's a
Am
great
I
movie.
stupid for saying McCarthy would actually be a good hire?
Yes. He's not built for the North again. He can't come back.
No, he's a great coach.
I think he's a good coach. I mean, he's a quarterback guy. Like, he does well with
Can I ask you a
QBs.
question?
No.
I wasn't asking you, so it's okay. I was asking the host of the show. If you're if you're an owner,
Yeah.
and you would you want? I'd be worried that like he could die any day. He is so.
You think he's too fat?
Would you be worried that like your coach is much more likely to die of a heart attack? And like, would you take that into consideration if you
Chat.
had an option of what?
Chat,
Yeah,
is
well,
Mike
yeah,
McCarthy
worried.
too fat to coach in this league?
Is he too much of a liability to hire? Because you never know. He just looks. He's so fat.
He might be the only coach that has to take a physical before they hire him. Like when you
Bro,
trade
Andy
for a
Reid
player.
is way fatter than
I know,
him.
Andy Reid.
Andy Reid.
Andy Reid's thick.
He got grandpa'd into the league or whatever you call it. Grandfathered into the league. He's a fat boy. He can stick around. He's an old time fat boy.
All right. Next team. So me and Jet went ahead and went McCarthy there. And Stark went Ditka going to the Bears. The next opening, this is for Sager. The Jags. Trevor Lawrence. T-Law. By the way, they kept Balky, who might maybe be the worst GM in the league. I hate that man. And I can't believe, I can't believe that they did not let him go. So, all right, who are we going? Who do we think ends up in Jacksonville? What's your call? Who do they hire?
Stark, start us off.
I have no idea. I have
Stark
no fucking clue. Blake Bortles.
Ooh,
That'd be
that
cool.
could be a hot take.
That would be cool. I seriously have no clue. I never keep up with this shit.
I'm gonna say Aaron Glenn.
Okay. I'm going to go in the same direction, different name.
You think Salah?
No.
Oh,
Man.
Brian Flores
No.
is.
oh yeah.
I'm going to go
that's a
Brian
hot
Flores.
name.
See, like,
And
what?
here's the thing. You have Trevor Lawrence. In Trevor Lawrence kind of sucks. You have to make a head coaching hire of a guy that has coached quarterbacks, an offensive-minded guy, but Balky's going to go Brian Flores. That's my guess. Aaron Glenn's a good one, though. But I just hate that. I don't know. I hate this idea of, you got a young quarterback who needs to develop, and then, let's bring in a defensive head coach. But that's what I think the Jags are going to do. So, all right, we got Bortles, we got AG, and then I went Brian Flores there. Next team, the Raiders out in Vegas. Now, I don't know if you've seen the news today. This is kind of already locked up who's going there. I hope you guys haven't seen the news. Gruden back to the Raiders.
Yeah. Can we go back to the Jags real
Yeah,
quick?
good.
What was your take on Flores?
I think Flores gets hired there, and I think it's a stupid hire to bring in a defensive head coach when you need to develop Trevor Lawrence.
Correct. Okay, I thought you were saying it was a good hire because he's an offensive coach. I was like, I
No,
thought
no,
Flores
sorry.
was defense guy. Nope. Carry on. I'm sorry.
All right, next team's the Raiders, and I'll go last here. I've seen the news today. I don't know if you guys have seen the news today, and I might be breaking some news to you in a second here. But who do you think coaches the Raiders? Don't look at the chat. Don't look at the chat.
I'm not looking at the chat.
I am not looking at the chat. I'm going to say Bill Belichick. I heard that Tom Brady is trying to reach out to him to see if he would not coach North Carolina and take another head coaching job in the NFL. And I don't think Bill is built for the portal or built for these college kids. I think it's so hard to set that way of coaching and the culture that he has with college kids.
I agree.
Somebody's going to
on
DM
the
his
take there.
girlfriend a dick pic.
One of the players is going to hook up.
One
with
of the
his
players is going to DM his girlfriend a dick pic, and he will murder them.
Stark. Who are you taking to coach the Raiders next year?
Oh, is that right? Is he right? Is it Bill Belichick?
I'll tell you in a second. I want you to take your pick,
I
and then
don't
I'll tell you guys
know.
in a second. We're coming back to this in a couple weeks.
Pete Carroll.
Ooh,
Okay. That's a
he's got a front office job at the Seahawks, so I don't think he's going to take that.
No. There was a story that came out that Pete Carroll's agent was letting teams know he wants to come back. He wants to get back in the game.
Didn't you see what Schefter said? That Schefter quote tweeted that and said that they're get your sources right.
Nuh-uh.
Yes.
Okay. Here is who is going to be the next coach of the Raiders, and this is a absolute dagger through our hearts.
Ben Johnson.
Ben Johnson.
No fucking way.
Report
What?
today, Tom Brady has taken over the coaching search, and just this is the
For the
quote.
Raiders?
The allure of Tom Brady
The Raiders.
has put them in the driver's seat to land Ben Johnson. Yeah.
He's gone.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I mean, we
He's
knew
not-
he was going to be gone, but
He's not officially
Uh-oh.
gone.
he's not official. But Ben Johnson will more than likely be the head coach of the Raiders. Ty just brought up a great point. This story came out today. Bill has not signed his contract at UNC yet. He hasn't even signed the papers.
Ooh.
So what that means is he could technically go take an NFL job and not have to pay UNC the buyout money. So, okay, let's keep flying through this because then we got to do quarterbacks. Cowboys.
Dion.
Okay.
Stark, good call.
Hey, Google. Shiloh.
Yeah, I'll say Dion. I wanted a hot
I
take
think-
there, but
I think no one in their right mind that's a good candidate would take this job. Just Jerry Jones running the show and you're on the hot seat every second of the day. I think it's Kellen Moore.
I was
That's
just
my
going to
take.
say that, dude. I was just
Kellen Moore. This is going to be like maybe Kellen Moore's only opportunity at a head coaching job, and where he's coached before in Dallas. I'm going to go Kellen Moore there. He interviewed there today. But again, I don't have any insider info there. All right, we got two teams left: the Jets and the Saints. We're going to go to the Jets.
I think they're going to bring in the young buck and let the kid coach the team. You know what I'm talking about, Adam?
Oh, the
Madden.
son, Woody Johnson's son.
Is Dick Johnson.
All
I
right.
You know, honest take, I think they bring Bob Buckle into town. I think I heard that he's back in the market.
former Flushing Raider legend.
No.
Won a state
Former
championship with the
Flowers,
Chargers, buddy.
The Chargers state champion.
He won a state championship with the Chargers, pal. How many banners do the Raiders have?
One,
Going to Powers, all you see is banners, dude.
Yeah,
yeah, you guys celebrate Division 6, bud.
All that is up there is state titles and runner-ups, brother.
Yeah, and how many years you guys get smacked by Flushing and then go win a state championship in something?
Call us
None.
OSU, baby. That's
None.
That's the OSU bullshit. You never won. Tyler Townsend is the only reason you ever won.
Oh my god.
That game was brutal. We're not going to call out Townsend.
Townsend blue coverage.
He did blow coverage. I would have liked to see a deeper drop there out of Townsend, but
All right,
okay.
we can't talk about this right now. We'll get on to that another time. The Jets.
Yeah.
Ty brought up a good point. Rex Ryan, but he said he should be eliminated from contention. Do you hear him? He's just like talking about like how he should be the coach on
I know on ESPN.
Yeah. It's like, all right, bud, shut the fuck up. I got a hot take.
Okay.
And it involves a coach, and he's currently employed, and I think he's going to be somewhere else next year. Mike Tomlin.
I thought that's where you're going.
He
To the
could not be
Jets.
more on the hot seat, and I just think he goes like he will be the best coach available. He's the best coach out of all of them outside of Ben Johnson, but that's still up for grabs because Ben Johnson's never been a
Ben
head
Johnson
coach.
should be a good head coach.
You're right. You don't know that, but Mike Tomlin will be an amazing head coach for another team outside of the Steelers. They haven't had a quarterback since Ben Roethlisberger. They've been in QB hell, and they still make the playoffs every year. I think if Mike Tomlin went to the Jets or went to the Saints, I think that he would have them in very good shape very quick.
I really like that take. And really quick, I want to touch on what Ty's saying. It's hilarious. They interviewed Rex Ryan. The Jets interviewed Rex Ryan, and then like 12 hours later, they came out and said they're not considering him anymore. So that was quick. But I think that's a really good take because here's the problem with the Steelers. Like, I would hate being a Steelers fan because Mike Tomlin is such a good coach that it actually screws your team. He had this elite roster, won a Super Bowl with them, went to multiple Super Bowls with them, went to AFC championship games with them. They all retired, and he's such a good coach that he's got these – I mean, they've got stars on the team, but mostly scrubs on this team that he coaches up to winning records and making the playoffs and then losing in the playoffs. And the problem is you're drafting at the middle towards the end of the draft, and you're not getting those franchise-changing players. So, like – they need to tank. They need to tank. But he's a great coach.
What's your argument?
I don't really think the high draft picks, unless you're going for a quarterback, it's not an argument because you see teams trade up into that position often, right? Like,
no, teams that consistently have high draft picks and they get great offensive linemen build dynasties.
Who?
The Lions, the Cowboys, and the Steelers.
Yeah, but the Lions,
the Steelers did that.
Have been helping them are not their first round. They are, but the ones that are truly making the biggest difference, if you look at their like value by pick, are the fourth rounders or the third rounders. It's Kirby Jones.
It's Penei Sewell.
Brown. What are you talking
Penei
about?
Sewell. It's Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yeah, they traded. Didn't they trade back to get Gibbs?
Yeah, they
The
traded
first round.
but they got him 12 overall. But
what I'm saying is, like, you can get into those positions. You have to have a good and aggressive GM. That's why I'm saying, like, Brad Holmes is a spot where, like, we're not – hopefully we don't have a top fucking 25 pick in the next 10 years. And then you have a position where you have a GM like him that will go out and be aggressive when they need something and go get that early pick if they need it. I mean, the Red Wings didn't do it for 25 years, and it ended up putting them in a position where they were fucked for 10 more years, but –
I mean, that's the Steelers. I think that's a great comp, actually. Look at the Red Wings and then and their playoff streak, and then look at the Steelers right now. It's and guess what the issue? Stark, you made a point about like, oh, the high draft pick isn't that big of a deal if you're not getting a quarterback. What has the issue been in Pittsburgh since Ben Roethlisberger came off those charges and was fat? They don't have a quarterback.
Well,
they drafted Kenny Pickett 21st overall
in Fields. Oh, not
well,
Fields.
And then now they got Fields, but
not Fields, but they had like
all right.
early and all those guys. Yeah, they missed on quarterback.
Stark, Jets coach. Are you going Tomlin?
No, I'm gonna go with pass. I don't know.
Say Aaron Glenn.
No, I'm gonna say Lane Kiffin.
Ooh.
Oh wait, Les Miles. I think
Les.
I think Les has a good chance of going to New Orleans, which is our next question.
Yeah. Jet, did you already make a pick?
I'm gonna say Aaron Glenn.
Okay. I'm
For
going
both them and the Jags. He's going to one of them.
Just multiple. You got to get one right.
Yeah.
I'm going Bill Belichick here.
Really?
I'm going Bill Belichick here. All right. Last one, Saints. I will go first here. Saints is where I think Aaron Glenn ends up. New Orleans guy. It's where he coached.
I'm gonna say Matt Patricia. Serious.
Matty P.
Or Jim.
I'm gonna say Flores.
Okay. All right. I like that. Be enemies out the league, dude.
He's out of NCAA, dude.
Yeah, I know. That's hilarious. And so, do you remember just
they said
Condoleezza Rice.
Shout out to Jameel Hill, by the way, who a couple years ago said the only reason Bieniemy didn't have an NFL head coaching job is because everyone's racist in the league, and now Bieniemy got fired
from
from
UCLA.
UCLA
The
as their
worst
offensive
alma mater.
coordinator. Shout out Jameel.
Yeah.
No.
All right. One-word answers. We're gonna go through the quarterbacks quick, so we can hop off of this, and then we'll record the Lions episode because we have so much to talk about with the Lions. But chat, we still want you guys involved in this. If you guys are still in here, I'm gonna name a quarterback, and you're just gonna give me one word. What team, what roster is this quarterback on next year? You can say out of the league if you want to. Here we go. Sam Darnold.
Backup.
No, you just say team.
What team?
Minnesota.
All right. Jet.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
Ooh, I like that take. Tennessee Titans. All right. J.J. McCarthy.
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Minnesota. Okay. We all went a different team for Darnold, but if they, the rumor was if they keep Darnold, they're going to package JJ and get some picks out of it.
They're not.
Yeah, we all think he stays. Justin Fields.
Steelers.
Colts.
Raiders
Ooh, that's a good one.
with Ben Johnson.
That'd be scary.
Russell Wilson.
Lion.
Seahawk.
Oh my! I'm gonna go Steelers. I think they re-sign Russ on a minimal deal. All right, Aaron Rodgers.
Out of the league.
Retired.
Yeah.
New York Giants.
Ew.
Virgos. Who did you say Giants for?
He said Darnold to the Giants.
Darnold to the Giants. Okay, I like that. Darnold is a Titan. JJ's a Viking. That's what I said. Ty. That's sharp, Ty. All right. I think Aaron Rodgers stays in New York and is under center for the Giants next year.
That'd be gross.
I think he went on the ayahuasca trip. I saw this online, so I'm not gonna claim mine. And his trip was about fucking with the Johnson & Johnson guy because he hates the vaccine so much that he was like, I'm gonna go fucking sabotage them and then go somewhere else for a year. And because he's so anti-vaccine, and they're like one of the companies that did it. I think that could be a potential real thing. I think he's to do something like that.
You might be onto something here. All right, Kirk Cousins.
Atlanta.
Jetty Punch.
That's a Colt. He's got Colts written all over him too, though, for some reason.
So tough. I'm just gonna go with a hot take and say Dolphins.
Oh, all right. I'm gonna go Cleveland Browns. It's gonna be a Russ situation. So Atlanta has to pay him his money. He can go sign for the minimum somewhere.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Rapey Watson is out. I don't know if you guys saw. He burst his Achilles again. I think Cousins ends up in Cleveland. All right, Daniel Jones.
San Francisco.
Raiders.
I like that. He is going to be competing with JJ in Minnesota. That's my guess.
He'll be back up.
That's where he is right now. And that's where he is right now. He signed with them halfway through the season. All right. And then, to be honest with you, I should have come more prepared. But I don't even know if this dude's on a contract year. I think he is. And this is just a fun one to talk about. Jameis Winston. I don't think he signed a multi-year deal with Cleveland.
Lion. Someone needs to pick him up and play him.
Jet?
Yeah. I'm going to say Tampa.
Little homecoming.
Back to Tampa.
Yeah.
I mean this wholeheartedly. Lion. He would fit in so well with this team, and he's a great backup quarterback. Here's why I say this. We'll get into this a little bit more on the pod, but the report that came out today is supposed Ben Johnson to the Raiders with some type of deal to take Hendon Hooker with him.
Yeah, dude. So here's what I was. I'm scared.
Dude, you sound like a 12-year-old in a haunted house.
Dude, it just hit me. What I'm super worried about is he's gonna poach these rookies, some of these guys off of their rookie deals. Like he'll poach JMO. He's gonna poach Jameer. He's gonna poach all these guys once they're off their deals and bring them to Vegas because that scares the shit out of me. I don't like that. I don't like that he's saying, well, I'm gonna take Hendon with me. No, you're not. No, you're not.
Well, I think the thing is, no, the thing with Hendon, I'm not too scared about that. But the thing with Hendon is you spent a 3rd-round pick on him because you didn't know about Goff, like the future of Goff. But we've got Goff locked up for the next couple years. If we can get some draft capital back for Hendon, ship him out, give him an opportunity to compete for a starting role, and bring Jabo in.
I said Russ.
JMO and Jabo. You did say Russ.
I want Russ as a backup.
But just picture Jameis.
Russ would be
that
bitching
locker
about
room.
being a backup. I would like JMO's like
No, he would not be bitching about being a backup. He'd go out in the middle of Ford Field pregame, just put his hands up like this, looking
Listen to his
around.
gospel music.
Yeah,
No,
I would
but
love that.
Jameis as a Lion would be like an absolute dream. I would
agree.
love it.
I love him, but I think I love him from afar. I think that he takes attention off of the actual goal.
He might. He's an ultimate team player, though. All right. Well, this was a fun live stream. Chat, thank you for sticking around as long as you guys did. We need to actually go record the episode now. So we're about to go record the episode, which is going to be a lot more focused and on task. And it's going to be just previewing the game this weekend, the Lions game this weekend. So that'll be dropping at some point tonight. We'll get it out on YouTube and Spotify. And we appreciate y'all. Hope you have a great Thursday, and go Lions this weekend.
Go Lions.
Go Lions.
Selling my ticket for $25,000 if anyone wants.
All right, give it a second because sometimes it's still live.